My mom says it's a beautiful funeral, whatever that means.
I suppose. Frank, you did a great job representing the youth group.
Yeah, I can't believe you told that story about Aaron almost burning down the kitchen the night of the lawn. I thought Pastor was going to die right then and there. Did you guys see his face?
Well, it was a funny story after all. And the way Pastor Kevin handled it was proof we were always safe when he was around.
We were always safe when he was around. But look on him. Remember the time we went sledding? And every time Pastor Kevin tried to come up the hill, he kept falling on snow and ice. We must have went up that hill 5 times for every Pastor Kevin swung.
Oh, remember the pizza party? Yeah, when we started to talk, and we were talking about this whole run.
Burnt tongue or no burnt tongue, that didn't stop him from leading us all in a prayer when Madison got the call that her father was in the hospital.
Yep, Pastor Kevin always did the right things at the right time. Like when he came over to our house the night our parents were fighting, and offered to take me and Mark over to his place. I thought I was going to get killed for calling him, but they were almost glad for the interruption. Did you know he stayed at our house till 2 a.m. that morning, just talking and sharing stories of his own life? By the time he left, you would have thought we were the Brady Bunch.
So, now what?
I don't know. Hey, Beth, you're the oldest one here. I guess that makes you our new leader.
Okay, well, we've been talking a lot about hope and redemption. Does anybody remember the Bible story we've been discussing?
We were talking about King David forgiving Saul for trying to...
It's okay, George, just take your time.
No, it's not okay. Look, maybe you guys can sit here acting like everything's going back to normal. But I can't. We just buried our best friend. No, he was more than a friend. He was like a father, a brother, an older brother. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Mark.
Wait, no.
Oh, come on, we need you.
We need you. Yeah, Joy, we need to stay together. It's what Pastor Kevin wants.
Yeah, come on, Joe. That's what he taught us to do, right? We need to look after one another.
Oh, really? And who's looking after Pastor Kevin when he died? Didn't God know how important he was? How could he have just taken him away?
God knows he's important to us. And we got to remember what he taught us. People leave, they die, and they turn against us. But God doesn't. Jesus has promised that he will never leave us. And we got to do our best to keep that promise to each other.
Joy, if you walk down, you must just become one more person that we have to say goodbye to, and I don't think I can handle even one more.
I just can't believe he's gone. It's not right. It's not fair. You guys don't know what home I come from. What I face every morning when I wake up and when I come home from school. My parents fighting, having to grab my brother so we can hide when I know it's going to get really bad.
Okay, so you think God let you down, and now what? You're gonna rush to get that all back?
No, of course not. This is the only place I want to be. I just don't know what to do now.
We stand together, we pray, and we ask God to show us what happens next.
Just like the disciples did in the upper room when they lost Jesus. I'm sorry, guys, but I couldn't help it over here.
Hey, Pastor.
How you guys all doing?
Good.
Hey, Pastor, are you going to be leading the youth group from now on?
Really love to, if it's okay with you guys.
I guess.
Good. In that case, I need you all to promise me something. I need you guys never to forget how much Pastor Kevin came to love you guys, or how much you've come to love him. And I especially don't want you guys to forget how much you've come to love each other. You're in the midst of the storm right now. Whole church is. But do you guys remember what Peter did when he stepped out of the boat in the storm?
He sank.
You're right, he did. But he only sank, he walked on water. I mean, even if it was only for a step or two. I mean, think about that. He walked on water. And that's what you guys are all going to do. Peter only sank when he took his eyes off of Christ. Even then, Jesus was there to pick him up and put him back on solid footing. So just keep your eyes on the cross and have faith that God will not leave you guys alone.
So really, all we do is just keep showing up and looking to God for direction and sticking together. Just like the disciples did.
Yeah, we can do that.
I know you guys can. And this church is going to continue to love and support you guys. And we're going to honor Pastor Kevin's memory by sticking together and keeping our focus on God's love for us.
It just feels so alone and empty now.
I know it does, Joy. But you've got to realize that you're not alone, right? I mean, right, believe it or not, there's someone out there who God is preparing at this very moment to come and be part of our family. I mean, we're going to continue praying and seeking until we're led to that very youth pastor that God has prepared for us. Can I count on you guys to continue to pray with us and stay here with us?
I'll be here.
I'll pray.
Me too.
I'm in.
Let's do this.
Great. In the meantime, it looks like they're bringing out the desserts. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to seeking comfort from God, nothing quite compliments prayer like chocolate cake. So, you guys take your time, and I'll try to save you some.
Wait a minute. Did he just say chocolate cake?
I got dibs.
You know, I don't think this new pastor knows what he's getting into.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll break him in.
We will start by taking him sledding.